Welcome back to my channel, everyone. I'm Sam. I've never really done a formal introduction, but hi, I'm Sam. My art name is Kijibay on all platforms, Kijibay Art. And if you don't know, which a lot of people don't know, Kijibay is a play on words. It's a Korean word that my mom used to call me all the time growing up. It's Kijibaya, which means bad girl in Korean. It's a playful way to call someone girl, but I knew it as when I was in trouble, my mom called me Kijibaya. So I reclaimed that. I thought it'd be really fun and fitting and cute to use as my art name, so that's what I did. So that's that. But I also wanted to talk about my paintings for the last year, and they've changed drastically from the last 5 years of posting, and I feel like there's a little disconnect between the people that have been kind of supporting me for the last 5 years. I haven't been as vocal about the meanings behind my paintings because for a long time there wasn't a lot of meanings behind my paintings. I was just painting because I liked to paint, and now there's a lot more thought going into them, and the concepts, there's actually concepts, and they're getting more developed as I'm growing as an artist. And for my solo show, like, I have a point and I'm trying to share my emotions and my thoughts and what I've been through. So I kind of wanted to explain that because I can see how it might be confusing just seeing a shit ton of me on Instagram and no context behind it. Plus now I'm adding in these characters that I'm painting for my show as well, and I'm sure it's just confusing. I've lightly talked about it on Instagram, but not to the extent of connecting all the dots, So I wanted to talk about that. Basically, all these self-portraits started last January, right around my birthday, January 2023. I had ended a year-long terrible relationship that was just completely back and forth, and basically the dude I was dating was just throwing the red flags everywhere, and I was just accepting it because in my heart I wanted to give this person a chance, so I kept letting this person disrespect me over and over and over again. Eventually I find out they're dating me and someone else. Whole mess, not gonna go into that. It left me feeling so empty, completely empty is the best word, hollow. If you shook me, you could hear my tiny shriveled up heart jingling around in my body. Truly, I just needed something to take up my time because I moved back home with my mom in January and I didn't have a job. I just had savings, and I was I'm not going to work right now. I can't possibly imagine picking up any type of job while I'm this just heartbroken and I wouldn't say upset, and this just broken down, I don't know. And so I needed something to occupy my time, so I went out and bought some big canvas. The idea even then was I love myself despite all the shit that I've been through with this last partner, and even the partner before was also a pretty sad ending as far as the way I was treated. The idea was I still love myself and I don't want to give up on myself, and I've been in the depths of depression to the point where I was so addicted to alcohol, addicted to what are they called, stimulants, and I don't want to be back in that place, so I need to fill up my time. I love to paint. I think the best way to show my self-respect is to paint a giant self-portrait of myself. That was redundant, but you know what I mean. And so that's what I did, and it took me, a few months, maybe a couple months actually, and that's how it started. Throughout the process, I was doing a lot of journaling about my emotions and taking the notes from therapy from when I did go, and trying to build myself back up and learn from the situation instead of sulking in it, was very helpful, this first portrait, because if I hadn't have done that, I really don't know what I'd be doing. I was really just at a loss of what to paint in general, and that pushed me into trying new and more things, and now I had the confidence to paint big. So that, I mean, they're on so many levels. It was like door opening for me. It was door opening for me. It opened a lot of doors for me, I guess. I don't know. I think you know what I'm trying to say. So I decided that I wanted to make a collection of self-portraits based on the idea of I love myself enough, and this is the way that I'm going to show myself self-love and respect. It turned into, these are like promises to myself that I will never let anyone hurt me again, whether it's romantic, platonic, family. I have so much respect for myself, and I try so hard that I will never let myself or put myself in a position where that could ever happen again. They're reminders of what I've been through. They're reminders of how I've navigated relationships in the past and the outcomes of them, how bad they were, and to be more mindful of that going forward in new relationships and new friendships and all that. And for a while, I thought a whole collection of self-portraits would be a lot, because even I am just tired of painting myself. Something I did while I was dating that guy, this last one, I was working on a lot of inner child paintings, and a lot of those sold in Denver when I lived there, which was crazy. But yeah, I was doing a lot of inner child work because I still have a lot of trauma from childhood that I want to navigate, put on the table, and just kind of like organize my thoughts and emotions. But that like stopped while I was dating this person, because my attention and everything was so on this relationship. I had no room for like the inner child work, and which is really sad to say. So that stopped pretty abruptly. Since I was saying, like, I'm tired of painting myself, I was like, this is a perfect opportunity to bring that back. And so I started sketching a lot and started experimenting with my style. Originally, they were like these kind of chibi-esque characters with big eyes, with lots of sparkles in their eyes, and I kind of changed it to how I used to draw like when I was a kid, which is more anime style, more Crayola on paper, you know? And so that's where these come in, right behind me. And I thought the juxtaposition of these like realistic self-portraits next to these kind of illustration-looking oil paintings would be really, one, nice to look at, but tells more of a full story about who I am and like this kind of self-love journey that I'm on. That's kind of it. I don't know, like throughout this whole year of doing these paintings and kind of being slow with it, I've done a lot of small paintings. I did Ghibli-tober, which I kind of posted, but those also opened up doors for me as far as being confident in doing landscapes, because this year I went out and I took reference photos and videos of places around my hometown, and I stuck Ghibli characters in them. And so it was a lot of landscapes, and I really fell in love with painting landscapes, and that's going to be in a lot of my paintings going forward. Doing that Ghibli challenge really gave me the confidence to paint in different styles, because I think I'm more known for my portraiture. That's what I was putting out a lot in the early days of me painting, and now it's kind of grown and evolved, and it's super cool to look back on, and I'm happy to grow and evolve, because if I were just to paint portraits all the time, I would lose my mind, and I was losing my mind, so we remedied that real fast. So I feel like that's it. I've been talking for 10 minutes, so I think I covered everything. Yeah.